So it's as you can see, this is all about the factorization, but this is you can say the word problem, and we will have to guess the right answer, and then we will go through the details of the solution. Let's see, it's all about the factorization. So please read this question.
Okay. Sheep in farm A are made to stand in a square formation. Sheep in farm B are made to stand in another square formation. The difference between the number of sheep in the first row of the farms is 4. The number of sheep in the two farms is 152. What is the sum of the number of sheep in the two farms?
So I'm sure that you have what I mean to say. The problem is all about the counting,
Right.
and two farms are interlinked with the number of sheep. So let's see
Right.
if you are just taking a little time, that is to make the calculation, and what should be your choice.
Okay.
मैं बस पैदल जा रहा हूँ आज नहीं sama-sama kaibigan.
So okay, are you doing any paperwork?
No, I'm trying to think in like my head. Do you want me to do paperwork or?
What is the sum of the number of sheep in the two farms? So this is the main question.
Right.
Just you will have to guess your answer. Just
All right.
make a try. It may be absolutely right, or if
Sure,
otherwise, we will explain.
Okay, so I'll just choose A for this one.
A. Okay. So keep this choice in your mind. So let's see. We are just going to solve this question in a procedural way. So one thing more is that I have seen your screenshots in detail. So some of the questions are just instantly. They are so simple that you will not have to go in detail. So
Right.
some are slightly confusing in the sense that my answers initially, I haven't solved all those, but just thinking about that, looking at those. So my answers are not matching with those answers. Only these are the few questions, one or two questions, which you have sent to me.
Okay.
So we will have to recheck those. And I am working on these lines, so definitely I will get some time on weekend, that I must go through those problems and must collect the set of the same type of the problems, and we should come up with a complete write-up for their solutions, that whenever just like this presentation, so you must have the write-up, what I mean to say, the mind flow chart, and then whenever that type of a problem is there, so you must keep all those points in your mind and you can solve independently. But I mean, so one is just telling the answer. The second thing is that telling the all logic behind that. So that was the diversity out of the 20 questions. Each and everyone was different. Sometimes we are getting the related geometry. Some problems are all about the algebra, as some are all about the rates, changes, and so many. So that was a mixture. So initially I have gone through, but I have just seen the glimpses of those problems, not in the details. So I am working on that. So inshallah I will find the time at the weekend, and we will come out with a better solution afterwards. But anyhow, it's a good way to share the problems and solutions. So definitely I'm sure that we will keep on this. Anyhow, just coming back to the current problem, the problem which is in front of us, and we are just looking for the answer. So your choice is 620, and definitely there must be a little bit calculation in your mind, and you are just guessing this answer. So let's see how to tackle this problem before any guessing. So there is a procedure. So last in the few last lectures we were talking about that mind flow chart, that is the outlines of the solution. Let's see how we are just moving to the solution of this problem. Let's see the step
All right.
one. Step one. Please read this one if you can express. Step one. So step one is always, it's a key step, the step to the solution. So all the time express what is stated in words into equations or expressions. So
Okay.
from that story, we are just changing it to the solid form. That what is the real mathematics? What is asked? So let's see. Question is the
What?
same. What is the sum of the number of sheep in the two farms? So this is the most wanted answer. That what is the
Right.
sum of the number of sheep in the two farms? Sheep in there is some condition. The extra information is that sheep in form A are made to stand in a square formation. Sheep in form B are made to stand in another square formation. So some geometrical figures, some mathematical formation is there. So we'll have just to translate these things into the pure mathematics. Let's see what is that. The first step, the step one is
Okay.
words to equation. Words to equation. All these are the words, and there is
Okay.
no mathematics over there. So we are just changing to these words to the equation. So the first is sheep made to stand in square formation. So square is a geometrical figure. So whatsoever everywhere we have seen so many squares, so that is all about the mathematics. So without knowing the mathematics, you cannot measure the square, the size, the area, the perimeters. There are so many things. So it's a mathematical look that sheep made to stand in square formation in both the form. In a square formation, the number of sheep in a row is the same as the number of rows. So one more information is here. We can just put it into the mathematical form. So this is very important. The number of sheep in a row is the same as the number of rows. Equal number of rows, equal number of sheep.
Right.
The second one is, let there be A rows in form A. So we are just coming to the form A, where
Okay.
A rows in the form A. So there will a sheep in each row are formed. So
Right.
this is a given condition. So as per the given condition, if you are just making the rows a number of rows, so you must the sheep must stand, a sheep must stand in a single row. That
Right.
that will justify the statement the number of rows and the number of sheep in each row are equal. So let's see, the next point is, therefore total number of sheep in form A. So A multiplied by A square. A square,
Right.
this is the total number of sheep in form A. That if you can find the number of rows, so you can find the number of sheep in each row. So you will have to multiply both the same things. You will get the square in mathematical form. So I'm sure you are getting these lines. So we are just
Right.
taking it into the transforming into the mathematical format. So what the story is going on. So we are just changing it into the pure mathematics. So we don't have any number, so that's why we are just supposing alphabets that these are the unknowns. You can put this x into x anyhow. So this is a square. So this is the first thing, that a square are the sheep in what we can say in form A. So let there be b rows in form B. So there will be b sheets in each row of the form. So therefore total number, so the second on the same lines, the same condition was same for both the form and the sheet. So we have just two things, is here for the number of sheep in form A, and B as it is. So just like the similar, B square is the number of sheep in the form B. So we have just what we can say, we are transforming this information into some mathematical form. So these are two unknowns, these are two variables. So we are just far away from the right solution, what I mean to say, the correct answer. Anyhow, we are just making the things easier to make use of the mathematical formulas or the mathematical procedures. But anyhow, let's see. The next one is, so once again, each and every time.
Right.
So the problem is in front of us. We are looking for the total number of sheets in two forms, and this is the one thing is that is the extra information. That is the difference between the number of sheep in the first row of the form is 4. The difference in the number of sheep in the two form is 152. So this was also given, that these digits are given. The difference between the number of sheep in the first row of the form is 4. The difference in the number of sheep in the two form is 152. So from here, the two things are given in a different way. What we can say, different the number of sheep in row and the total difference between the two forms, that 152 sheep are either in A or B. So this is the number exceeding from one and the other. So let's see how can we change this information into the pure mathematical form, that is the algebraic expression. Right. Let's see.
Okay.
Step 1, what's to equation continued. So this extra information, so we will have to convert these words, these digits in the proper mathematical expression, that is the algebraic expression. So that's why the problem is still on. We are just converting. Let's see. First row difference is 4. First row difference is 4. The second one is the number of sheep in first row of form A. So last we have supposed that number of sheep in first row of form A, that the A is the number of row, A is the number of sheep standing in that row. So B, number of sheep in first row of form B. So form A and form B, A, B. So the difference is 4. But I mean, so look at this, the difference between the number of sheep in the first row of the forms is 4. The difference in the number of sheep in the two forms is 152. So after doing this much, you can understand the clear-cut message from this information. What I mean to say, that the two forms are parallel. If you are putting just parallel these two forms, so if you are making the rows in first form and in the second form, so the difference of the sheep is 4. That 4 more either in A or B.
Okay.
That is the difference. And the total difference, this will make the total difference. If in each and every row of the form A is 4 minus 4 less, then this will count to the total difference is 152. So 152 sheep are less either in form A or B. So you can just pause it. Are you getting this? What I am saying?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why this A minus B is the difference of sheep in the rows of the two form respectively. So A minus B is
Right.
equal to 4. Okay. So let's see the next. So we have one most important information is that the difference of the two variables, the two uh, wanted quantities is 4. So we are just making the difference. Okay. The difference in number of sheep is 152. The second is the total difference. That was the difference of the rows, the number of sheep in the rows, and that is the difference in the total number of sheep in the farms.
Right.
So number of sheep in farm A is A square. That was the last slide. That if we are arranging the sheep, A number of sheep in A rows, so the total number that is in the form A square. Are you getting this?
Yeah. So
Okay,
the
okay.
total
So
number of sheep. Yeah.
simple in form A. Similarly, the number of sheep in form B is B square. So it's
Right.
a simple mathematics. So we are just making the things more easier in a way that we are getting the algebraic expression. So the difference is, so the total difference 152. So A square minus B
Right.
square is 152. So the difference, now we have the two differences parallel to this. So you can see this is the difference of the sheep in the rows. And this is the difference of number of sheep in the forms. So this
Right.
difference in the row and this difference totally collective difference. So let's see, the next one is, so that was what I was saying, that the first step was the key to the solution. I mean to say that we have just converted all that story into the mathematical algebraic form. So now the next step is the algebraic factorization to determine A and B. So if we have some type of the formation of the algebraic expression, so we will have to make use of some formulas. What I mean to say, the algebra is coming to play. So accordingly,
Right.
according to the fixed formula, we will have to manipulate things here and there. What I mean to say, this is the second step. Now, in first step, the story is converted into pure mathematical form. So in the second step is, now you will have to make use of all those formulas and all those tools of the algebra. Now let's see how we'll do this. Okay. Once again, so if you're looking at the top, what is the sum of the number of sheep in the two forms? So A minus B is 4. This is the one thing. And the difference of the squares of the same things is 152. So forget about these A, B's are the number of sheep, this and that. So we are just looking at the algebraic form. So whatsoever the A is, B is, A square is, B square is. So for a little while, forget about that. Just focus on these two things. That is the algebraic expression. The difference of two unknown is 4, and the difference of their square is 152. Are you getting this?
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So from that long story, we have simple format of the algebraic expression. What you can say, the equations. Now, factorize to determine A and B. So from here we can make use of the factors. How? Let's see. It's the difference of the two square is always the product of their sum and the difference. Am I right?
Right.
So whatsoever I am saying, so that can be clearly written as this one. What I was saying, the difference of the squares of two things is always equal to their product of the sum and the difference. Sum and the difference.
Okay.
So we have the value of this, we have the value of this, so we can find the sum of these two things. This A is the number of sheep in a single row of form A, and
Right.
B is the number of sheep in the single row of form B. So whatsoever the things are, but here this can be transformed into this way. So this is a basic formula. This is the what we can say the algebraic rule of algebraic formula. So that's why we have written this one. Now what we will do next, we will put the values. We'll put the
Right.
values. Okay, let's see how the things are coming in this. So a square minus b square is 152.
Right.
And the second thing is a minus b is 4. So we can
Okay.
just give the name. So we are just putting the values over there. So we have all these things, the values. So this will become the left hand side, that is 152. From here we are putting the values over here. Sign of equality is coming as it is. So we don't know about the sum, but we have the value of the difference. So we are putting that 4. That is for the difference of two sheep. Okay, the number of sheep.
Okay.
So
Right.
it's just one more step, please. That is a plus b is 152 over 4. So this will give you 38.
Oh,
So
okay.
a plus b is 38. Look at this. So that's why this is called the magic. What I mean to say, the mathematicians are magicians. So they are
Okay.
converting, they are doing the real magic. So that was all about the magic, that within few steps we have the sum also. But we are still away from the solution, but the final answer. So solve equation 2 and 3 to get A and B. Now we have the sum, and we have the difference, and we have the square difference of their squares. So what we have to do, this is the third one, and this was the second one. So we can use the elimination method to find out the
Okay.
value of A, and we can also find the value of B. So two unknowns, it's a necessary condition is that if you are looking for the solution of two things, so there must be two equations. Two equations,
Right.
two unknowns, so you can manipulate that and you can get the values of both the unknowns. But the necessary condition is that the number of unknowns must be equal to the number of equations. Now we have A and B, two unknown. So we have two equations. A minus B is equal to 4, and A plus B we have just calculated, that is 38. So look at this how. So adding 2 and 2, 1 is the difference. So this will cancel out with B and B. So we are just adding this. So A minus B plus A plus B. So this B is this one. We have 2A, that is 4 plus 38. This will become 42. So A is 21. A is 21. And we can find
Okay.
B. So A, once again we call that A was the total. A was what?
The total in the first row of farm A.
Okay, that is the number of rows and also the
Right.
number of sheep standing in that row. Am I right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so 21 rows, and in each row, how many sheep?
21.
Okay, it's all about that. So we can get the value of B as well. So putting A is 21 in any one of the equation, we can get 17. So this is the way that form A, and this is exactly the difference for that 4 more in form A and 4 less in form B. So the
Right.
number of rows in each, number of sheep in each row is 21, and
Okay.
in form B, the number of sheep in each row is 17. So that's why the difference is 4. So we maintain the difference, that difference is 4. So that's why
Okay.
21 for the A form and 17 for the B form. Now these are what I mean to say, the number of sheep and the number of rows. But
Okay.
finding it is not the last step. There is one more to go. What is that one more to do?
To put it into the a squared minus b squared. What do you call it? To get
That
a squared plus b squared to get the like the total, like the sum of all
okay,
the
okay.
sheep.
Because we have the difference also. So
Right.
let's see that step is step 3. So this is the final step. What we'll have to do in this step?
To compute the total number of sheep in the two farms.
In the two farms, till now, up till now, we have the number of rows and the number of sheep scanning each row in both farm A and B. So we are just closing the, what we can say, the answer. So let's see. What is the sum of the number of sheep in the two farms? A is 21 and B is 17.
Right.
So what should be the answer?
So 21 times 21.
No, no, no,
And
no, no.
then
Look at
what?
this, just read this statement. What is
Yeah, the sum
of the number of
is
sheep in the two
so
farms?
it'd be 21 squared plus 17 squared.
Okay, let's see. So compute the total number of sheep. So we are just closing to the, what we can say, the nearest step is just to click on it. So this was what we are saying, that the total number of sheep in farm A, because the A is the number of sheep and
Right.
there are A rows also. What I mean to say, the 21 sheep are standing in 21 rows. In each and every rows there are 21. So in this way we will have to take the square. So that's why the square of A, that is the total number of sheep standing in form A, that is 441. And similarly, total number of sheep in B. So 17 square, this will 289. So now we have what? Total number of sheep in both the farms together, that is 441 plus 289, that is
Right.
730. So
Right.
730 sheep in both farms.
Right. Yeah.
So you can recall your choice also.
Yeah. Mine was A, but I guess so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Anyhow,
Yeah.
that A was what?
630. I think B is 730.
Okay. B is 730. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
So B is the answer. Choice B is the right answer. So what I mean to say, one thing that is I am saying again and again, that is that this is not the problem coming in your question in test. You are not going to take this. But
Okay.
what we are doing, that is that when there is a mathematical problem, so you must have the mathematical mind. You must have the mind flow chart, we can say it. That you, whenever you are doing that, that must not be hit and try method. There must be a logic. And it's a
Right.
that's why I'm just explaining these things and you are with me all along, I'm sitting there. So what you will have to do, that you will have to make the formula, you make use of the formula a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. So we have the difference, a square minus b square is given, a minus b is given, we can find a plus b, and just put together and find the A and B and just add them and put them over there, we can get the answer. So what I mean to say, that is the simple algebraic format. But the story is telling something else. What I mean to say, that story is going here and there, but you will have to pick the things, you will have to translate all those
Yeah.
things, and you will have to be crystal clear that which formula of the algebra is used. So we will have to recall, we will have to work very quickly in a mathematical way. That's why I am practicing with you is that we must know some basic formulas. We must know formula. Last, what you have, what you can say that your screenshot, one of that was about the parabola. That there was the equation of parabola. The vertex was given, and the choices were that with this vertex, the equation of parabola is this one. There are four choices, and maybe C is the correct answer over there. So I am talking about all those screenshots. So when I just going to solve that one, so I reach the right answer. But
Right.
that is, we are not sure that all the time they are asking about the vertex. They may talk about the lattice rectum of the parabola. Now, one day when you are going to take the exam,
Right.
so the question may be changed in this way, that the lattice rectum of the parabola is this one. Which one is the equation of that parabola whose lattice rectum is given? So now what we are solving for the vertex. The vertex is given 3 and minus 3. So we will have to find the right equation. So the choice is there.
Okay.
You can make the choice
Right.
after doing such calculation. So if the lattice rectum is given and you are asked to find the equation of parabola, that denominate the parabola, it's very difficult. If the focus is given and you are asked to find the equation of the parabola, so that's why I am thinking on these lines that we must have a full lesson about the parabola. I mean to
Right.
say that all aspects, the all type of the equations, all the problems of the parabola must be there. That one day, if there is a problem of about the parabola whatsoever, either the lattice rectum is given, either their line of axis are given, the focal point is given, the vertex is given, or any 2 points of the parabolas are given, you must be uh, at home. What you can say, you must know each and every trick to find the equations if the conditions are changed. So that's why I am saying that just wait for the weekend. I will come out with the topic that is all about the questions. If they are talking about the parabola, so we must have a full lecture about the parabola. That if
Right.
the parabola is there, there is no way to miss the question, the right answer, because you must have the complete knowledge about the parabola. That these are the equations, this is the lattice rectum, this is what we can say the vertex, this is the focus, whatsoever the things are there. So you must damn sure that you can guess what is the right equation. Otherwise, written trial method is always available. So in this way, uh, keep on sending the question. So from that, uh, your questions, I will come to know the topics. So topic by topic, I will talk about that. I'll make the presentation on the straight lines. So straight line, the question was there when they say that what is the intercept was given, y intercept was given, and also the condition was that this point is also contained by that line. So what is, so I
Okay.
will give you the lecture about the straight lines, the all formats, and then we'll talk about the parabola. And the one thing more was that was all the graphing of the equation. So we'll talk about the graphs, how to plot the graph of the quadratic equation. Then there was
Okay.
the rate of change, then there was the, what we can say, the interest problem, the commissioning, and so on. So about these few topics. On each and every topic, I will give you at least single full time, full-fledged lesson that whenever the
Okay.
problem is changed, so you will be at home. But anyhow, this will take time, so definitely I will try my best to just come out with all those things which I am just taking over here. So it's a choice is B. So this is all about that. So all the time what we are saying that, so we have started this, so anybody can call us, so you can also refer us. So this is all about the courses. So I think it's enough for today. If you have anything, so you are most welcome to ask, or you can also tell us anything in your mind.
No, I think it was good. Yeah, I got
It's
it.
okay, okay, you got it. Oh, so this is
Yep.
the way. The one thing, at the end, I just want to repeat it that keep in touch with your books, keep on do something on the daily basis. And if you are
Right.
feeling some difficulty, just send us. We will take time, but we will come with the solution also. So it's
Okay.
no hesitation if you are just putting the problems to us. So if you are sending us, so definitely we will work on those and we will work on those comprehensively. That there must not be a single point missing over there. We are not just going for the instant solution. We are
Right.
looking for the permanent way to the solution. We must know the full techniques, the full method to get the right solution. So it will take the time, but that is the perfect way of learning. So there must not be any guesswork, there must not be hit and trial. So you must have the knowledge. And I'm sure that whatsoever you are reading over there in your schools, colleges, in your books, so they are also very much conceptual. And
Right.
these questions are all based on those concepts. So if you are missing any concept, so it's a time to ask us. You can talk about that problem, that concept. So we will take time to get the right solution and definitely will be in a better position to answer your problem. Anyhow, thank you very much. So at the end, take care of yourself and the people around you. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Office.